Hello, grade fives. Welcome to another week of remote learning. Today we are going to begin preparing for our debate on the plastic bill. This is the bill that we looked at on Friday, and you brainstormed potential arguments and people who might be for this bill and who might be against this bill. This debate is going to follow the same format as our fish farm debate. So today we will be preparing for it, and in the next few days you will be completing the debate on our blog. If you are an even number, you are going to be against this bill. That means that you think this bill is the most terrible idea. If you are an odd number, you are going to be for this bill. You think it is a super idea and the best idea ever. Before you begin your work, you are going to need to pick one perspective from the list on our website. You will take on this perspective and you're going to argue your points from this perspective as if it is your own. You can also pick your own perspective if you do not see the one that you would like on the list. The list is just there to help students come up with an idea. You need to look at the list. There will be perspectives for and perspectives against, and you need to pick one off of your given topic. For example, if you are against the bill and you see on the against the bill side there is a busy parent, you can take on that perspective and then make arguments from that perspective. So you'll need to think like a busy parent. Your task is to use dialectical thought to develop 5 arguments from your assigned perspective. This is a hard task because you're going to have to consider multiple perspectives on the same topic, and you may be taking on a perspective that is different from your own. Your goal is to change someone's mind who is the opposite perspective as yours, or who is being assigned the opposite perspective of you. You will need to use persuasive tactics and consider potential rebuttals. You should provide lots of evidence. This is the application of everything that you have learned. You should be using all of the information that you've learned about natural resources, that you've learned about oil, particularly about plastic, what you've learned about recycling, what you've learned about the amount of waste. This is what your paper looks like, and you're going to have an option to print it or to type in it. My suggestion is that you type in it today because you're going to need to copy and paste these to the blog when you are done. However, if you work better by writing on paper, then go ahead and print it. I do not think that this is in any printed packages if you've picked one up or had one dropped off, as we have been continuing to develop things since this started. So you will either need to print this or type in it. Your job is to come up with 5 supporting arguments for your perspective. So for example, if you are a busy parent, I am against this bill, or I am for this bill, you will notice that each of the 5 boxes has quite a bit of room. This is where you are going to want to be showcasing all of the knowledge that you have. Why would a busy parent be against this? 5 reasons. And these reasons should include what you've learned about natural resources. It should include what you know about the culture of convenience, what you know about the economics behind natural resources, so the money. Let's have a look at what one would be looking like if it was filled in. Of course, not using the same bill. We'll go back to our cookie. So proposed bill, to increase happiness at school, all students will be provided with a chocolate chip cookie at recess by the teacher. Perspective, student with allergies. I am against this bill. You'll notice that I've gone through and you will see all these red underlines. These underlines are the persuasive tactics and phrases that I have used. I have also gone through and included potential rebuttals in my arguments. I'm not going to read this all out loud to you. It's on the website for you to have a look at. I'll just give you a couple of examples. So my first argument, have you considered how this bill will impact students with allergies? Those who are allergic to chocolate chip cookies will feel left out. Imagine being the only student who doesn't get to participate in the cookie eating each day. You would feel terrible. So if you look at this first argument, there's 2 underlines in red. Those are persuasive tactics. I have used a rhetorical question here, and down here I'm using like a motion. I'm trying to get the reader to think how awful it would feel to be left out. As you read through my examples, you'll see that I've used rhetorical question quite a bit. Obviously, that is the persuasive tactic that I feel the most comfortable using. You may find that you use a different persuasive tactic Ideally, you want to try and use more than the same one. You will also notice that I've underlined just words, so those are some persuasive words that I have used as well. I am very much looking forward to seeing the arguments that you come up with. If you are struggling, you can reach out to someone who has the same number as you, like an even or an odd, depending on what your argument is. And you can always come to our office hours for some assistance. When you are done your 5 arguments that have substantial evidence to show your understanding, you are going to come to our blog and you are going to post your arguments in the same way that you did last time. So you need your initials, your number, and your division. And then you need to make sure that you have a clarifying topic that tells everyone what your perspective is and whether you are for or against the bill, followed by your 5 arguments. You all did an amazing job last time on the fish farm debate. Miss Eastwood and I were incredibly proud of the arguments you came up with, the tactics you used, and the way you went about your debate. So I know that we will be proud of your work once again. So today, all you have to do is post your arguments. We are not actually starting the debate, so please do not go and start writing rebuttals to other students' work. I look forward to seeing what you come up with.